Hey there! In the previous tutorial I've taught you how to make major and minor scales. And today we are going to transform them into keys. So until now we have used the sharps and flats just before a note. This means that this sharp affects all the Fs in this bar. The F in the next bar isn't affected by this sharp. If you put sharps or flats at the beginning of a bar line, usually at the beginning of a song, it affects the whole song. So if we have one sharp here, so the F turns in a F sharp, this F turns in a F sharp, this F turns in a F sharp too. So if we have a scale with two sharps, we could write it like this, or we could write it with just two sharps at the beginning. Which is exactly the same. So if we have one flat, we could write it like this. Or like this. It's exactly the same. So why do we need to know this? Do you remember those 12 notes? There are 12 possible notes. And we wanted to narrow this down. How can we do this? If we find out the key of a song, which corresponds with a scale, there are only 7 different notes left. So for instance, if a song is in the key of D major. D major has 2 sharps, so 2 sharps. There are only 7 possible notes left. We have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And the last one is the same as the first one. So we have 7 different notes. If a song is in the key of D sharp, it will just contain these notes. Of course there are exceptions and sometimes there are other possibilities, but just keep this in mind and this will help you a lot. So if a song is in the key of E minor has the same amount of sharps as the G major, yeah, 1 sharp. So in this song we have 1 sharp. So 1 sharp, these are the notes possible: C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C. So if you know the key of a song, there are only 7 possible notes left. Of course there are exceptions to keep things interesting, but this will help you a lot. Okay, we have to do one more thing. We have to find out the key of a song, and I will show you how I managed to do so. So I just grabbed my trumpet, and now you have to know the scales. Just practice them as much as possible. I always play them at warming up. And the more you play them, the easier you will remember them. Okay, I'm going to figure out the vocal part of this song. Just play it for a short time.
We were staying in Paris.
Okay, let's start with the C. No. No. No, okay, let's listen again.
We were staying in Paris.
We were at the E flat. No. No. Yeah, so I just played a F sharp. A F sharp, so we at least have 1 sharp. Because if there wouldn't be a sharp, the F would be just a regular F, but it has to be a F sharp. There's one other possibility. We have the F sharp here. The F sharp is also a G flat. So we have at least 1 sharp or at least 5 flats.
To get away from your parents, and I thought, wow.
Now let's focus on another note. Pa pa pa. Pa pa pa. So there is an E in the song. So we can't have the 5 flats because an E would be an E flat. But it is an E. So the only possibilities left are 1 or more sharps.
To get away from your parents, and I thought, wow.
So I just played a G sharp. A G sharp, so we at least have 3 sharps. So there are only 5 possibilities left.
I could take this in a shot right now.
Okay, we have an E. So the E isn't raised, so we don't have 6 or 7 sharps. So we have 3, 4 or 5 sharps. Okay, let's play the E major scale. Okay, check if it sounds right in the song.
Take this in a shot right now. I don't think that we could work this out.
Okay, sounds pretty good. Play the B major. Sounds pretty good too. So the conclusion is we have 5 sharps. Okay, our conclusion is this song has 5 sharps. If the A sharp wouldn't sound nice, it would have only 3 or 4 sharps. If the D sharp wouldn't have sound nice, it would have 3 sharps. So with this process you just narrow it down to 1 key. So for every note in this song there are only 7 possibilities left. Every note in the scale of B major or G sharp minor. Of course there can be some exceptions, but this is the general rule. Just find out the first note and hear if the next note goes up or down. So we just learned how to find out the key of a song, and if we combined it with the rhythmic notation, you can write your own sheet music. So thanks for watching. If you learned something, please consider subscribing and don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. If you still have any questions, please let me know and I will try to help you.